the highest peaks in Pakistan. Welcome, adventurers and mountain enthusiasts, to an awe-inspiring journey across the breathtaking heights of Pakistan. Tucked within the Karakoram, Himalaya, and Hindu Kush mountain ranges, Pakistan is blessed with some of the planet's most formidable peaks. These mountains are more than just massive blocks of rock and ice, they're monuments to nature's grandeur and man's enduring pursuit of exploration. In this video, we will explore some of the highest peaks of Pakistan. Whether you're a climber, a geography enthusiast, or simply a dreamer, this journey promises to leave you captivated. So, strap in as we ascend to the roof of the world. Nangat Parbat, 8,125 meters. Nanga Parbat is the 9th highest peak in the world, 8,125 meters, in the Himalayan range. It is the highest mountain in Pakistan. Nanga Parbat means Bear Mountain. The mountain is also called Dyamir, meaning King of the Mountains. Among mountaineers, Nanga Parbat is known as one of the hardest 8,000 to overcome. Unlike Everest, even its most classic and easy access route, the Kinshafar route, has extremely steep slopes, interspersed with avalanche paths and exposed rockfall. The mountain has been successfully scaled. K2, 8,611 meters. K2 is a summit of the Karakoram, or Karakoram, Massif located in Gilgit-Baltistan, Skarta district. It is the second highest peak in the world, after Everest, with an official altitude of 8,611 m. It is nicknamed Savage Mountain because of the difficulty of its ascent, or mountain without pity. Tariq Mir, 7,708 meters. Tariq Mir is a peak in Pakistan rising to 7,708 meters above sea level in the province of Khyber Pakhtunkhwa and constituting the highest point of the Hindu Kush. It is surrounded by glaciers. Norwegian mountaineers made the first ascents of the main peak and the eastern peak, the second highest, in 1950 and 1964 respectively. Gusherbrum refers to a group of peaks located in Pakistan, northeast of the Baltoro Glacier in the Karakoram region. The massif includes 3 peaks over 8,000 meters. In the Balti language, Gasha means beautiful and Brum means mountain. Therefore, the correct name should be Beautiful Mountain. Broad Peak, 8,051 meters. Broad Peak is the 12th highest peak in the world. It is part of the Gusherbrum located in the Karakoram, on the border between China and Pakistan. Its common name comes from its other name, Falchinkongri, which refers to the width of its top. Gusherbrum 1, 8,080 meters. The Gusherbrum 1 is the 11th highest peak in the world. It is also called K5 or Hidden Peak. The Gusherbrum 1 is part of the Gusherbrum located in the Karakoram. Gusherbrum 1 was baptized K5, meaning 5th peak of the Karakoram, by Thomas George Montgomery in 1856 when he recognized the peaks of the Karakoram for the first time. In 1892, William Martin Conway provided another name, Hidden Peak, in reference to its extreme remoteness. Gusherbrum 2, 8,035 meters. The Gusherbrum 2 is the 13th highest peak in the world. It is also called K4. The Gusherbrum 2 is part of the Gusherbrum located in the Karakoram. Gusherbrum 2 was baptized K4, meaning 4th peak of the Karakoram, by Thomas George Montgomery in 1856. Gusherbrum 3, 7,952 meters. Gusherbrum 3, also known as K3, is a massive summit of the Gusherbrum of the Baltoro Musta, a sub-range of the Karakoram, on the border between Xinjiang, China, and Gilgit-Baltistan, Pakistan. It is located between Gusherbrum 2 and 4. Gusherbrum 3 fails to meet a topographic limit of 500 meters as an independent mountain. It can therefore be considered as an undercoat of Gusherbrum 2. Gusherbrum 3 was one of the highest unscaled peaks in the world until its first ascent in 1975 by Wanda Rutkiewicz, Alison Chadwick-Oniskiewicz, Janusz Oniskiewicz, and Krzysztof Zatowiecki, members of a Polish expedition. Kunyang Chish, 7,823 meters. Kunyang Chish or Kunyang Chish is the second highest mountain in Isbar Musta, a sub-mountain of the Karakoram Mountains in Pakistan. Alternative variations of the name include Kunyang Kish and Kianyang Kish, among others. Its height, also sometimes estimated at 7,823 meters, is ranked 21st in the world and 8th in Pakistan. Rakaposhi, 7,788 meters. The Rakaposhi, literally shining wall, also known as Damani, the mother of mists, is the 27th highest peak in the world, Pakistan's 12th, with more than 7,000 meters height. It is located in the Nugar Valley, about 100 kilometers north of Gilgit, in Karakoram. The mountain owes this reputation to its beauty, despite rather modest height in comparison to the other mountains of Pakistan. The first ascent took place in 1958 by Mike Banks and Tom Patey, members of a British-Pakistani expedition, over the southwest ridge. Distagil Sar, 7,885 meters. Distagil Sar is the 19th highest peak in the world. It is located in the northwest of Karakoram, in the Hisar Musta sector of which it is the highest point. Distagil Sar is located on the ridge that separates the Shimshal Valley from the Hisar Glacier. The two secondary peaks Distagil Sar Estate, 7,700 m, and Distagil Sar Sud, 7,440 m, are located on the ridge that leads to Kunyang Chish. The Distagil Sar was discovered in 1892 by George Cockerhill and measured in 1913 by Kenneth Mason. Dhairan, 7,266 meters. Dhairan is a mountain in the Karakoram range in the Nugar Valley, Gilgit-Baltistan, Pakistan. This pyramid-shaped mountain of 7,266 meters, 23,839 feet, lies to the east of Rakaposhi, 7,788 m. Dhairan is known as one of the most dangerous mountains in Pakistan because of its steep snow deposits. Dhairan was climbed in 1968 by 3 Austrians. Malyabeitung, 7,458 meters. Malyabeitung sits in the heart of the Rakaposhi-Haramash Mountains, which rise above the north bank of the Indus between its tributaries, the Hunza River and the Shergar River. Malyabeitung is located about 40 kilometers east-southeast of Rakaposhi, and about 50 kilometers east of Gilgit, the most important town in the region. Malyabeitung rises steeply on the Phuparash River to the southwest, while to the east the Great Chogo-Longma Glacier begins on its slopes. Batura Sar, 7,795 meters. Batura Sar, also called Batura 1, is the 25th highest mountain in the world and the 10th highest in Pakistan. It is the highest peak of Batura Musta, which is the westernmost subridge of the Karakoram range. It forms the top of the Batura Wall, which is a continually elevated part of the backbone of Batura Musta. The alternate forms of the name of this peak are Batura, Batura 1 and Batura 1 East. Sia Conri, 7,422 meters. Sia Conri is a mountain in the Baltoro Musta in the Karakoram. Its apex is the tripoint of territory controlled, claimed, by India, China and Pakistan, where the actual line of ground position between Indian and Pakistani forces meets Chinese-controlled territory. Land immediately southwest of the peak is claimed by Pakistan and India and controlled by Pakistan. The land to the northeast is part of the Trans-Karakoram Tract, controlled by China under a 1963 border agreement with Pakistan. Land to the southeast is claimed by Pakistan and India, but is controlled by India, as part of its Siachen Glacier territory. It is the 63rd highest mountain in the world and the 25th tallest in Pakistan. The peak is on the watershed between the Indus Basin and the Dharam Basin. Masherbrum NE, 7,806 meters. The Masherbrum Mountains are a mountain range located in the Karakoram Massif, in the Ganj district, in Gilgit-Baltistan, in northern Pakistan. The Masherbrum Mountains are located south of the Baltoro Glacier. The southern part of the chain, located in the Indus Basin, is drained by the Hush River. Less famous than the Baltoro Mustau Range, which lies on the other side of the Baltoro Glacier, the Masherbrum Mountains nevertheless have several peaks over 7,000 meters and attract mountaineers from all over the world. Its highest point is the Masherbrum, 7,821 m. Being the first recognized mountain, it has the distinct honor of being known as K1. Batura, 7,795 meters. The Batura Glacier, also known as the Baltoro Glacier, 57 kilometers long, is one of the largest and longest glaciers outside the polar region. It is located in the region of Gojal, in Gilgit-Baltistan, Pakistan. It is located just north of the Batura, 7,795 meters, and Pasu, 7,500 meters, massifs. The glacier flows from west to east. The lower parts can be described as a gray sea of rocks and gravelly moraine. It is bordered by a few summer villages and pastures with herds of sheep, goats, cows and yaks, and where junipers are common. Kanjut Sar or Kunjut Sar, as it is pronounced in Wakhi, is a mountain located in the Hispar Mustau, a subgroup of the Karakoram mountain range. Kunjut Sar in Wakhi means that which overlooks Kunjut or above Kunjut, while Kujut is the Wakhi name for Lower Hunza. It is the 26th highest mountain in the world and the 11th in Pakistan. Kanjut Sar is made up of two peaks, Kanjut Sar 1 at 7,760 meters and Kanjut Sar 2, southeast of 1, at 6,831 meters. Kanjut Sar 1 was first climbed in 1959 by Camillo Pellissier, member of an Italian expedition led by Guido Manzino. Between 1981, August 4 to 6, 7 Japanese climbers from the same expedition reached the summit. In 2010, an American-Russian expedition attempted to climb the eastern ridge of Kanjut Sar and reached 7,450 meters. Saltoro Conry, 7,742 meters. The highest peak of the range Saltoro Conry is up to 7,742 m, making it the 33rd highest peak in the world. Saltoro Conry rises dramatically above the Kunduz valleys and the Saltoro River of Baltistan to the west of the peak. This peak is rarely visited. Triver, 7,728 meters. Triver is one of the high peaks of the Hispar Mustau, a sub-range of the Karakoram range in Gilgit-Baltistan of Pakistan. Its height is often given at 7,728 meters, but this altitude does not correspond to photographic evidence. There have only been 2 successful ascents of this summit. The first ascent was in 1960 by an American-British party. Kagalisa, 7,654 meters. Also known as the Bride Peak, it culminates at 7,654 meters, ranking as the 46th highest mountain in the world. In 1909 the first expedition began and was able to set a record even when poor conditions prevented it from going any further. The mountain has not been scaled successfully since then. Shishbir, 7,619 meters. One of the highest peaks of the western substring, often known as Karakoram Shishbir, is the 49th highest peak in the world at 7,619 meters. It sits east of the Batura Wall and dominates the west of the Hunza River. Climbing started in Batura Mustau later than in other parts of Karakoram. The Shishbir was the first major peak in the range to be successfully climbed, in 1974, by the Polish-German University expedition led by Janusz Kirksap. The ascent took 35 days. Skyan Conry, 7,544 meters. Also known as the Staircase Peak, the Skyan Conry is located on the border between Pakistan and China to 7,544 meters, making it the 58th highest peak in the world. The name Staircase refers to the eastern top, which looks like a giant 5-step staircase. The first attempt to climb the summit dates back to 1909, during an expedition to K2. In 1975 a Japanese expedition succeeded in making the ascent. Pumori Chish, 7,400 meters. Pumori or Pumari cheese, or paprikash, Peak 11 is a high peak, 7,400 meters, of the Hispar Musta, a sub-range of the Karakoram Range. It is located about 4 kilometers east of Kunyang Chish, in the heart of the Hispar, north of the Hispar Glacier. In 1979, a Japanese group from the Hokkaido Alpine Association and a 29-strong Pakistani Army officer successfully climbed the mountain via a long road from the Kunyang Glacier west of the summit. They first had to cross a major pass to access the upper Yazgo Glacier. They then climbed the northern ridge of Pumari Chish. According to the Himalayan Index, there have been no other successful ascents of Pumari Chish. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel for more amazing content.